This video reviews domain and range of a graph. In this example, we have an absolute value graph, an absolute value function, and you just need to look at the words domain and range and recall which one represents X and which one represents Y. So domain is X, excuse me, and that is left to right. You're going to look at this graph left to right, and your answer will be written as minimum, comma, maximum from left to right. And then if we look at it, this graph has a point right here, it has a point right here, and it has a point right here. But those are not the only points that this graph has. It also has a point right here and right here. And it's just going to keep going. And that's what that arrow means. It's going to keep going left and right forever. So when it's going to go left and right forever, we tend to write negative infinity, comma, positive infinity, parentheses on both sides. In this example in Schoology, you had answer choices though. So if you look at the answer choices, this is X, this is X, this is X, and definitely domain is X. So from these four, the answer will be all real numbers. Just because when you have infinity on both sides, you definitely have that all real numbers situation going. Okay, so for range, we're going to look at the Y, or we're going to look at it up and down. And when we write it down, we also want to consider the minimum, comma, maximum. Minimum being the lowest, maximum being the highest. So if we look at this graph, the lowest that this graph goes, it's right here. So that is a -3. And the highest this graph goes, well, it goes on forever, so it's infinity. So if we write it down in interval notation, it's going to look like -3, infinity, bracket on -3, and parentheses on infinity. If you look at your answer choices for that, you have this one, this one, this one, and all real numbers. So definitely all real numbers is out of the picture because we do not have infinity on both sides. But if we look at the other options, we have inequalities. So this is the other notation you learn in Algebra 1. If you have a minimum and then you're going higher, that means you're looking for values that are higher than -3. So we're going to say that we're looking for values that are greater or equal to -3. So that's how we get that notation of range. Y is greater than or equal to. So it's definitely this one right here, not that one or that one. Okay, I hope this video helps you.